I realized when I woke up this morning that I didn't record what I did yesterday. So one thing I did yesterday was to watch the Tim Ferriss experiment. I downloaded it from iTunes. He has one episode which is about rapid language learning, where he goes to the Philippines and he learns Tagalog. And according to the information that he has online, there's a huge amount of extra material along with each episode. So I watched that yesterday. I was hoping that the show would give some insight into how he actually works when he learns languages, and I was pretty disappointed. The Tim Ferriss experiment has really high ratings in iTunes, but actually I thought that the episode was pretty much useless. Like, if you're actually trying to learn anything about rapid language learning, the TV show was useless, and he says that they felt like they could make a 5-hour TV show about his experience, and they've only uploaded 14 minutes of extra material, and most of it is an interview that he has with a television interview with a Tagalog newscaster, which is actually conducted in English. So it's pretty disappointing, and you don't really see a lot of evidence for his having acquired much language over the course of the video. So anyway, that was 40 minutes out of my day to watch the TV episode and the extra footage, and it was kind of disappointing. I can't recommend it to anybody. The other thing I did yesterday is, you can see over there is a big roll that's a gigantic satellite photo of Kyoto, which I had laminated at Kinko's. So I went to Kinko's and I tried a little bit of Japanese. I handed her the photo and I said, what did I say? I said, "Kore wa laminate suru koto dekimasu ka?" That's what I said. So I think there's some grammatical mistakes in there probably, but it was good enough Japanese that she understood what I wanted, and she started talking back to me in really rapid Japanese, which of course I couldn't understand at all, which has happened to me before. Whenever I've tried to throw out a Japanese phrase, as soon as you say something in Japanese, the person immediately starts talking really quickly in pretty complex sentences. I don't know why that happens, but that makes me think of the fact that I had, so in the last vlog I mentioned some lessons I had with a foreigner who is certified to teach Japanese language in Japan. But the story about laminate suru koto dekimasu ka makes me remember that I actually had a lesson with a Japanese native speaker quite a long time ago when I first arrived in Japan. Actually, it's Naomi, so you can meet Naomi on my YouTube channel. She did the Aikido Kenshusei course with me. So we had the lesson where she taught me how to say, I can't speak Japanese, right? So, Nihongo hanasu koto ga dekimasu, and I think that's correct if I still remember it. So, but I figured out the grammar there. Hanasu is speaking, right? So hanasu koto is like a speaking thing. So a Japanese speaking thing isn't possible. I think it's how that would be translated directly into English. So I guess you can verbs like suru, so laminate suru. We have doing lamination, so doing lamination thing, laminate suru koto, and the person at Kinko's seemed to understand that, so I was pretty happy with that. And that also made me think about the fact that I've used, that was not the first time I used Japanese. So in the past I've tried a couple simple sentences, just like, actually they're just words, right? Nice to meet you. Please have a good day. You've done a good job. Stuff like that. But I did actually have to introduce myself. So I went to the Hozoin, which is the Hozoin Sojutsu dojo in Nara last Saturday. So hopefully I'm going to start training in Sojutsu, which is spear martial art. So it's old-fashioned Japanese martial art, training in really long spears. And so my first day of training, I had to introduce myself in front of everyone, and my friend Nick helped me figure out how to introduce myself. So what did I say? I said, Watashi no name wa Chris desu. America kara kimashita. So I came from America, and then ima Kyoto ni sunde imasu. So sunde imasu, I won't explain the grammar, but I do understand the grammar of it. And then keiko yoroshiku onegai shimasu. So that was I had to say that in public in front of about 40 people who were meeting me for the first time, and I just about blanked out. I spoke very slowly with long pauses, even longer than in this video, but I did get all the words out, and everybody clapped. I think they were relieved that I had finished speaking. So that was I guess I'll mark that up as my first actual Japanese speaking experience, was speaking in front of the Hozoin dojo in Nara, and my second real Japanese speaking experience was asking if they could laminate that photo. So one of them was last Saturday and one of them was yesterday. And then yesterday I also watched this Tim Ferriss Experiment TV show, which turned out to be a waste of my time, unfortunately.